Next guest lived with a medical condition, POTS, or POTS, which at one point meant she was too afraid to leave her home.
Yeah, Sophie faints up to 15 times every day without warning. This has led to black eyes, broken bones, and at one point forced her to live solely in one room where everything was bubble wrapped.
That was until she met Tachy, the medical assistance dog who was able to detect and warn Sophie an incredible 7 minutes before she faints.
After getting her life back, Sophie is here today with her best friend Tachy and Dr Nighat. Good morning to you, ladies. And good morning to Tachy. She's absolutely beautiful.
She's seduced everyone this morning.
Every single person in this studio. Sophie, when did you first realise there was something wrong with your health? Because you didn't discover you had this until quite late on.
Yeah, so I had a perfectly normal childhood.
Yeah.
I was very healthy, I was very well, boasted about the fact I'd never had a day off school sick, never broken a bone. And suddenly in 2017, I fainted for the first time. There was no warning. I was on a night shift working as a midwife, and I actually just thought I'd fallen over, so I was really embarrassed. And then, yeah, a few months later, I fainted again, and that's when I had my first injury. I broke my elbow, had some time off work, and that's when they thought we probably should do some investigations into this.
And so then once you started to do some investigation, when did you realise you had this syndrome?
So it took about 6 to 8 months roughly to do all the testing, and that's when I got the diagnosis. I'd never ever heard of it before, and that's coming from a health professional. I'd never ever heard of it before. I didn't know what it would mean for my life. I didn't know what it would mean for my career, and was just really, really nervous about what would be next. And initially they said there's no reason why you can't work, why you can't still drive, why you can't still live independently, and then, like I said, the symptoms just continued to deteriorate.
Escalated, didn't it?
And just, yeah, got worse and worse.
So, Nighat, POTS, postural tachycardia syndrome.
You said that really well.
I've been practicing all weekend.
Bravo!
I'm Dr Shepherd.
There's a reason why people call it POTS. Just explain, can you explain a little bit about what it is?
Yeah, it's a condition, it's a whole body condition which is life-altering and debilitating as well. We don't know what causes it, but essentially it's your autonomic nervous system which becomes dysregulated. So it's unable to control things like your blood pressure and your heart rate. So this orthostatic, so that's where the O comes in POTS as well, orthostatic dysfunction, which means that your body can't adjust to variations into gravity. So standing up, your blood pressure drops and you fall faint. You can have a fast heart rate, you can become sweaty, you can get palpitations, you can get gut-related symptoms such as nausea, vomiting. So that's why we say it's a whole body condition. And one of the biggest ways of making sure that you get better from it is, one, recognising it, but raising your legs to get the blood flow back to the head again in order to make sure that we try and regulate that blood pressure variant that happens.
We should just point out, Tachy just jumped up. There's a reason this dog is just so extraordinary. We're going to come, Sophie, on to a little bit about what happened. But she is able to alert you when you have an elevated heart rate.
Yeah.
And that's seemingly probably what she's doing there because, of course, you're in a TV studio, you're live on television.
Yes.
So she's sensing you and your heart raising.
Yes. Yep, so it's really, really magic. Dogs have an incredible sense of smell anyway, and they've really tapped into something at medical detection dogs. And yeah, these animals are just amazing at this. She's been trained to me specifically for my condition, so using samples that I froze before I even met her, and she was trained to that odour, to detect that odour in me.
So
Can I be really geeky about this?
Let Nighat just geek out for a minute because she's so excited.
This is so amazing, because what we saw Tachy do there, so it's essentially the rise and fall of adrenaline and cortisol. So they're able to sniff that out because they have 300 million nerve endings in their nose. And this study that's been done looking at volatile organic compounds from Queen Mary's University, we found that dogs can do this, and they can do it way in advance before even Sophie has any of her symptoms that occur because of the rise of... And also, they can sense the shallower breathing. And it's incredible, the science behind this is amazing, because they can literally smell out your genes. So something like the multiple hormone complex theory. And that means that they can work out the adrenaline and the cortisol going up.
It is just incredible. And to watch it in action and watch how she's watching you, Sophie, as well, at the same time.
I mean, we do want to point out that you're perfectly safe at the minute.
Yes.
This is just elevated heart rate because you're live on television, not because, hopefully, not because you're going to faint.
She would escalate if she was really concerned. So this is kind of the minor alert, the kind of warning signs, like, Mum, just keep an eye, don't shoot up from the sofa with any sort of speed. But, yeah, she will continue to escalate if she's really concerned.
I mean, this must have absolutely changed your life, Sophie? Because I can only imagine how frightening that would be, knowing that you could faint at any moment, but you don't get any real signs to protect yourself.
Nope.
Like, it's so frightening.
Yeah.
So it must have just completely changed your life to have
360.
Tashi.
360.
What was your life before you met her?
I was just existing. I wasn't living. I was in my childhood bedroom. I had sort of no purpose, it felt like.
Having had your own home, having had a job?
Yeah, I lost all of those things seemingly within a very, very short space of time. And, you know, my parents helped me kind of adapt into that life as much as possible, but who thought they'd move home at 28 and not know when they could leave again.
And it was for your own safety, because you had loads of these episodes where you would fall and you would injure. What were some of the injuries you?
It was mostly head injuries actually, but obviously you get all the cognition problems with that following. You get all the worries about kind of concussions. You get worries about kind of you know, breaking more bones. You know, the stairs were really scary, particularly. So I just stayed upstairs for literally 5 years.
So who suggested the medical detection dogs?
It was actually my cardiology nurse. We got to the end of a long regime of trialling lots of different medications. It's all right, Tash. Lots of different medications and all the side effects that come along with that. And that was a really difficult time as well. I was ending up on medication to help the side effects of the other medication. And she just said, we've come to the end now. I don't have anything else to offer. I'm not really sure what else to suggest. She said, I did go to a conference and I met a medical alert dog. Maybe could you consider applying? And at the time, I just thought, I don't even know how to look after myself. How can I look after a dog? And I sat down with my family and we thought, you know, let's give it a try.
You're about to faint, Nighat.
Oh, no, I'm not going to faint, Tashi, but, got a lick.
Cheeky. That was a lovely kiss.
That's very
And it has just, it's turned your life around. You're back at work. What's your life like now?
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm saying yes to things. The doors are opening back up. I'm working. I am an advocate in the theatre. I'm an advocate for Assistance Dogs UK. We're just having a great time and coming back to life.
And you're employing other people with POTS as well now,
Yeah. So actually I've been quite a good kind of advert, I suppose, that people with disabilities can be valuable employees. And yeah, we've been able to sort of get people on board that also have the condition and also have medical alert dogs. So there's a group of us taking over.
It's extraordinary.
And I just wanted to add, like, Tashi's alert rate is incredible.
Yeah.
Like, Sophie's not had hospital admissions, and I think for me as a GP, I'm thinking if I can keep my patients out of hospital, that's incredible. Because with POTS, we still don't know what causes it. We know that women are more disproportionately affected than men. We don't have any treatments for it. So this is an area where we really need a lot of research in this.
Oh, you can see how special she is.
She is absolutely. I challenge you to be blue on this Blue Monday with you two ladies on the sofa and Tashi in the studio.
Thank you.
Thank you. Amazing. Thank you so much.
I feel like she's calmed down a little bit.
I know.
Like you got used to live TV that quick.
She's a natural.
Amazing. Right then, after